got, in my opinion, of course I'm carrying the bill, but I think it's one of the most exciting, positive bills the legislature will be looking at this session. There's a lot of budget problems and other problems, but we think that this bill will go a long ways in stimulating economic development in the state of Minnesota. This is what I call the Minnesota Stimulus Package Bill. This will create jobs, 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 jobs. It is estimated that the passage of this bill will create $3.5 to $5 billion shovel-ready projects. I've got a list in my bottom drawer upstairs of projects statewide that are ready to go. But we need a little help. And we're asking for some help from the Minnesota Senate and the House and the governor with this package. The Obama stimulus package does a lot. It does a lot for transportation, bridges, and other issues like that. But this is a vertical proposal. This is where buildings will go up. And the state will help in this area, I hope. About 40% of the tradespeople are sitting on the bench. And we think that, we don't think, this will go a long way in getting these people back to work. What's happening now is the banking community is so skittish about making loans that instead of what they do a year or two ago, put out 85% of the loan to value, now if they make them at all, they're putting out 50 to 60%. This would fill that gap up front where we would guarantee 15 to 25% of that loan. The banks are still putting the money out, and certainly they have to do the due diligence at a 65% loan, so they're not going to, just fall over because of this guarantee. They still have to make a prudent loan. But this will leverage that 15 to 25% to get these people to work again.
This Jobs Coalition bill is probably the most important bill that the construction trades has been a part of in my career. The 4.5 months that we've been meeting with a very, very diverse group of business people, business professionals, labor folks, has resulted in many, many meetings. We meet twice a week, and we put initially all of the issues that we felt as a coalition on the table for discussion as possible opportunities to stimulate and advance the vertical construction industry in our state, which is in the state of almost near lockdown. We did this at a time when we knew the legislature was extremely busy dealing with a unprecedented budget deficit, and felt that possibly this group of folks from the community could help out and come together with some language that could help you and help the state create jobs through the construction industry, which many folks believe will help a lot. We are about 10% of the economy, and when 50% plus of that 10%, both union and non-union folks, are unemployed, that's a huge hole in our economy. And we, the coalition, believe that the language that ultimately came out of these many, many discussions, whereby many, many ideas were put on the table, many are not in the bill today as you see it, but it was discussed. And this is where we believe the best effect can come. In short, the Senate File 2078, we believe, is the light at the end of the unemployment tunnel for the construction industry in the state of Minnesota.
I used this line before. I liked it, so I'm going to use it again. You might not like it, but in 1982, there was a candidate for governor whose simple slogan was jobs, jobs, jobs. That could just as well be the slogan for Senate File 2078. Jobs, jobs, jobs. That's the common ground that you see standing before you. As has been mentioned, the federal stimulus dollars has been very good, but it's for a particular kind of construction. This proposal focuses on something a little bit different that would obviously involve more individuals. And it has been mentioned, this is project neutral. However, one of the things that brought all of this to where we are today is the fact that many contractors, many individuals came and laid out a whole host of projects that are ready to go. And I think it added up somewhere between $3 and $5 billion. And if I can steal one of David's lines, I think for every $1 billion of construction, it's about 21,000 jobs that they can document from start to finish in that industry. So it's extremely important. This is our effort to try to do something here in Minnesota.
You know, I haven't read it cover to cover, but you know, it looks good, it smells good. We've got to find $100 million, and I think, you know, good people with the proper motivation can do that around here. But I think it's a good step towards making something happen in Minnesota. So Senator Metzen, I applaud you for that. Now, having said that, let me just say, and I'll draw back to last Friday night in the Transportation Conference Committee, where I had sitting behind me $188 million worth of people. Labor in Rochester area says 1,000 jobs ready to go. Shovel ready for the last 4 years. And I can't get it done, and it won't be done according to MnDOT now until the fall of 2010. And more than likely that money will be gone. So Senator Metzen, congratulations on this one. And if I could only find a way to get my project, and frankly it's not my project, it's a project of the people.
78 as amended be recommended to pass. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Contrary, no.
No.
The motion prevails.
Thank you very much.
Members, we have the